This is Sergeant David Wilder with the Ocean Springs, Mississippi Police Department. Some of you may remember Mr. Wilder from this encounter that I had with him back in the May of 2023 outside of the Ocean Springs, Mississippi City Hall.
So let me explain myself before you go any further.
Okay.
Because you're very confrontational. You want to tell me what I can and can't do, and you told me if I violate your rights, I'm going to be, I don't know, in trouble, I guess. Well, let me explain this to you, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right? I'm a vet as myself.
All right.
I understand what you're doing. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want you here on city property. It's government run. All right? You understand that? I hope you're getting all this, because that way you can review it and understand it later. Now, if you walked off the property and went somewhere else, all right, not on private property, and did this, it wouldn't be a problem. You understand that? Do you understand that?
I'm engaged in constitutionally protected. I'm engaged.
Yes or no? It's a very simple question.
I'm engaged
Do you
in a
understand
constitutionally protected activity.
So let me explain this to you
is
again.
Freedom of speech and freedom of religion.
I don't care.
If you want,
Let me explain this again.
If they're trespassing
me,
I'll leave.
Let me explain this again. You're trespassed.
Okay, I'll leave.
Now you're done.
You don't care if I'm engaged in a constitutionally protected activity. You're a military veteran.
Then go get your freaking lawyer and sue the city if you think that's a violation.
I would rather not do that.
Then do that, because I can tell you what, you're not going to go anywhere with it. You understand me?
I would rather not do that. I would rather you respect my constitutionally protected rights, especially being a veteran.
I do
Well, you
very
honestly
much
don't.
every day.
You're trespassing me off of
But when
public
you start
property.
becoming confrontational and telling me what I can and can't do, guess what? You're gonna lose every time.
Is it illegal?
Because I know what my job is. I know what the Constitutional says. I know what the God-given right is.
All right.
You're not going to tell me anything different. You understand me? Now, yes, you want to get confrontational? I can get confrontational. Just that simple. I did 20 years in the military. I collect a VA check for being disabled. Yes, I understand that. I don't have a problem you holding that sign and saying that. But when somebody tells you you have to leave and you can't do it in front of a city building, guess what? You got to go. Just that simple.
I'm not answering any more questions.
Good.
You told me to leave. I'm trying to leave, but you got my ID.
Yeah, I got your ID.
You told me I was trespassed. I'm leaving.
Yes, you are.
All right.
I don't know if he told you not. The way the call got reported to us was that you were out here soliciting for money, holding a sign. We don't know that until we come here and see what's going on.
Well, even if I was soliciting, it's still a civil right. Even if I was. But I'm standing here. I told him multiple times, God bless the homeless veterans. That's what I'm doing. He asked me, what are you doing? God bless the homeless veterans.
Oh, wait.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Thank you. We have city ordinances in the city, loitering, panhandling, things like that. Right? And I'm not saying you were doing any of that stuff, but we don't know that until we do our job and investigate, right? So after we read your sign, we see you're not asking for money. You're just expressing your freedom of speech in a public place, right?
Yes.
We can't have you loitering though. So in the city, I don't know if you're familiar with the city ordinance or not. If you stay stagnant or idle in a public place, even the sidewalk, for 30 minutes or more, that's a violation of the city ordinance here in Ocean Springs.
So, am I trespassed?
Yeah, you're trespassed. Don't come back on the city property.
Well, it seems that David Wilder is not only an ego-driven narcissist who seems to get off on violating our civil rights. It appears that David Wilder is also a gypsy cop who jumps from agency to agency and seems to get off on shooting family pets and holding innocent families at gunpoint and then laughing about it. This information is brought to us from the February 2019 article titled, Trigger-Happy Dog-Killing Cop No Longer with the Bay St. Louis Police Department, authored by Stanley. Not long ago, we asked you for your help to compel the mayor of Bay St. Louis, Mississippi, and the city council to fire Officer David Wilder for the senseless murder of an innocent dog named Kodak. Wilder and 2 other officers responded to a call requesting help in returning 2 German shepherds who had gotten out of their yard and were perceived to be in danger. When the officers arrived at the dog's home, Wilder caught the younger dog, Zeus, and placed him in the squad car. The second dog, Kodak, returned to the porch, prompting Wilder to make the disturbing statement, "The big one's going to get it." Wilder, clearly displaying his unstable mindset, began to taunt Kodak and stated, "One more time and I'm going to pop his ass." Kodak then left the porch in a non-aggressive manner, and Officer Wilder responded by fatally shooting him and boasting, "See, I told you, I don't play." Wilder's despicable act was captured on the chest cam footage, which was turned into the department and was also witnessed by neighbors who relayed the details to the dog's guardians when they rushed home. To validate his vicious actions, Wilder claimed he pepper sprayed Kodak before shooting him to depict Kodak as an aggressive and threatening animal. This false claim was refuted by the veterinarian who examined Kodak's body after the incident. Wilder had a history of unacceptable behavior. In October of 2017, the Sun-Herald described an incident involving Wilder and an officer of the Gulfport Police Department. The two officers wrongly held a family at gunpoint in a botched attempted arrest for the burglary of the family's own home. Wilder and his accompanying officer trivialized and laughed at the mistake, knowing that they had traumatized the family by their ignorant actions. This previous event was a warning that Wilder was incapable of making safe and logical decisions on behalf of the community he was hired to protect. He continued to serve the public by unjustly killing Kodak to yet again fulfill his petty, twisted need to assert his sense of dominance. Tragically, Kodak could be alive today if the appropriate steps were taken to address Wilder's incompetence earlier. We want to thank our supporters for sending our letter to the mayor and to the Bay St. Louis City Council demanding the termination of David Wilder for his violent and cowardly actions. After months of requesting updates regarding Wilder's employment status, a dispatcher confirmed that Wilder is no longer with the Bay St. Louis Police Department. But after Wilder left the Bay St. Louis, Mississippi Police Department in disgrace, he would secure a job in Ocean Springs, Mississippi as a sergeant/supervisor, where he would boot stomp our rights to freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and freedom of assembly on a traditional public forum. As of the publishing of this video, I have learned that Officer Wilder is no longer with the city of Ocean Springs, but will he pop up in another police department somewhere else? Stay tuned. I should soon be announcing major updates regarding rights violations in the Mississippi towns of Waveland, Ocean Springs, Forest, and Hattiesburg.
You understand that?
But,
Do you understand that?
I'm engaged in
Do you
constitutionally
understand that?
protected. I'm engaged.
Yes or no? It's a very simple
I'm
question. Do
engaged
you
in
understand me?
constitutionally protected activity.
So let me explain this
This
to you
is
again.
freedom of speech and
I
freedom of
don't
religion.
care.
You don't care if I'm engaged in a constitutionally protected activity. You're a military veteran.
Then go get your freaking lawyer and sue the city if you think that's a violation.
I would rather not do that.
Then do that, because I can tell you what, you're not going to go anywhere with it.